Alright, I'm here to rant about XDefiant, and don't get it twisted. I love the game, but Jesus Christ, is there some bullshit in this game that I absolutely despise? Well, let's not waste any time and get straight into it. The first offender, shut the fuck up. The first offender would be some of these weapons in this game, because some of these guns are ass. And you will see in the first recording the AA-12. Now this shotgun is very inconsistent. It does no damage. It has no range. But apparently it used to be good before they nerfed it to absolute shit. And you see in this recording that it's an absolute feather blaster. This damn thing does no damage. It's like you'll see me reload, but instead of putting shells in it, I'm putting fucking feathers in it.
Why don't you let me talk?
Because you're black. And it doesn't matter if I sprint the shoot time or if I fucking jump into a person. This damn thing, the feathers do no damage. I hate it. I don't like it. The second offender of a garbage gun is the NDR. So apparently in the weapons description, it's supposed to be a hybrid between an assault rifle. No! It's supposed to be a hybrid between an assault rifle and a submachine gun. So basically, an assault rifle and a submachine gun had a baby. But goddamn, the baby came out with Down syndrome because this damn thing sucks. It sucks because it fails at being an assault rifle, meaning it lacks range and damage from far away, and it's lacking what an SMG has, good damage up close range. This damn thing is an anomaly. Like, what is this gun? It sucks. It needs a buff or something. This damn thing sucks. The third and fourth offenders of trash weapons are the MP7 and the MP5. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree, but I don't care. The problem with the MP5 is it's inconsistent with its damage. You have to be basically hugging somebody to do any damage with it. And the MP7 is way too reliant on attachments for it to be good. You need attachments on it for it to do anything up close. If you miss even one shot, you're going to get turned on and then die. And you're going to be waiting that 5 seconds to respawn. The fifth offender of a trash weapon, this one is going to hurt my heart, but it's the M16. This thing sucks. The problem with it, it's a burst weapon. However, you need to unload like 9 rounds into somebody to kill them, and if they have 120 health, that's like 12 rounds each. Okay, especially in escort and zone control, everybody is running the 120 HP character, so this thing is inconsistent. You gotta land headshots for it to do any damage, and it's sad because I like burst weapons, but this is not no COD 4 M16. Okay, this thing is trying too hard to imitate that weapon. See, that M16 in COD 4, that was great. That's a 1 to 2 burst kill weapon. This takes too many damn bursts. It is a disgrace on the COD 4 M16. The 6th, 7th, and 8th offenders of trash weapons are going to each LMG. Now they're only going in that category for zone control. Oops, not zone control, but every game mode that isn't escort or zone control. The LMGs are good in zone control and escort because, you know, it's a long range map, it's a long map, you know, you can just hold sites with your LMG and shit. But on domination and occupy and hotshot, the LMGs suck because most people are running SMGs and assault rifles. And if some sweaty ass motherfucker bunny hops across a corner with the MP7 while you got an LMG and you haven't aimed down sights in the time that they jumped around that corner, you are dead. You're gonna die, and there's no fixing that, okay? The LMGs suck in these small to medium, actually no, not medium, but these small maps. The SMGs dominate the small maps. You can use the LMGs in the bigger maps for escort and zone control. But the worst LMG out of all three is the RPK, which hurts because I loved the RPK in the original Modern Warfare 2. Okay, that was a good LMG. This one sucks. The recoil sucks. It fires too slow. And the only way for it to be good is to get attachments. But guess what? It takes damn near 2 years to level up a weapon. The next Call of Duty game will be out before I get the damn RPK to level 50. The 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th place for the worst weapon / offender of garbage guns is the revolver, the Raffica. I'm just call it the Raffica. That's how I know it. And the 1911 and the M9. The M9, sure, it's like the highest fire rate gun in the game, I think, if you put attachments on and just spam the trigger. But it sucks. You got 15 rounds default, right? But it takes like damn near 10 rounds to kill one person with it. And oh yeah, you can spam it with your trigger finger like, but it still sucks. You'll get 3 tapped by a deagle before you ever get even 5 shots into a motherfucker. And the 1911, it's sad that it sucks because it's a 1911. It's iconic. It's been in so many games, and it's been good in some of those games, but in this game, it's terrible. So here's the thing: 7 rounds, just like a real 1911, right? But it takes damn near the whole magazine to kill somebody. They need to buff it. I think it should take more around 3 shots or 4 shots to compensate for its low ammo capacity. And the Raffica, it's called the 93R or whatever. That's what I know from Modern Warfare 2. The Raffica, you basically got to be in a motherfucking face. You got to be uncomfortably close into the face, like how I am with this microphone right now, to kill somebody with it. So you're like, oh, it's a burst pistol, right? So it'll kill fast. Wrong. Even if you're up close to somebody, you still got to empty out the whole magazine to kill somebody. And by the time you do, somebody will be already sliding across a corner and getting shot in the back because you had to reload. And the revolver, it should be better. The problem with the revolver is it has the highest damage out of every pistol, right? But because it's so damn slow, it's not getting to do any damage. So this is a 2 to 3 shot kill pistol, which is good. But it takes like 50 seconds for you to pull the trigger after you first initialize the first bullet. Initialize? What the fuck? I feel like the fire rate of the revolver should be more like the Modern Warfare 2 revolver. I mean, that's a spam weapon right there. The OG Modern Warfare 2 revolver. You just and then the motherfucker's dead and you reload it. But this one is so slow, despite it doing so much damage, it's not reliable to use. Now, let's stop talking about garbage weapons and talk about a good weapon. The most goated pistol in the game, the D50. 3 to 4 shot, actually more. 2 to 3 shot kill weapon, fast fire rate, high damage. What's not to love? Damn good pistol. Fucking love it. Oh, and they thought I forgot about that one shotgun. That one shotgun? No, I ain't forget. That damn thing sucks. M870 is fighting for the AA12 for #1 spot of being inconsistent. Okay, they're neck and neck in terms of inconsistency with their damage. Because sometimes I use the M870, boom, the 1 shots. Next match is 3 shots. I'm like, what the hell happened? How did I go from 1 pumping, 1 tapping this guy to shooting this guy, having to shoot 3 rounds into him for him to die, and then guess what happens? I get shot in the back by somebody with cloak on. Oh, and somebody thought that I was gonna put the double barrel as trash. No, the double barrel is the best shotgun in the game, and that's not an opinion. That's a fact. It's the most consistent. Most consistent one shot or two shots. You know, the only problem with the double barrel is two shots. Obvious, two shells. It's only two shots, okay, but despite that, it does good damage and it's the most consistent of all three of the shotguns. Now let's stop talking about trash weapons for a moment and move on to some good weapons, because my God, is the AK-47 the holy grail of all assault rifles. Even when you get this thing level 1, it does not take that many attachments for it to be good. And once you get it maxed out, that thing right there, that is heavenly right there. Most consistent assault rifle, the most damage, is clean. It looks good with the gold camo and the bronze and silver camo. It's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. Now, in second place is probably the ACR. I mean, I don't like it as much as some people, but I think the AK is better. But there's nothing wrong with the ACR. And let's move on to the holy grails of SMGs, that being the P90 and the Vector. The P90, no explanation needed. 50 round magazine, good all around, very consistent damage. You just got to be kind of close up with it or it won't do any damage. Now, the Vector. I like the Vector. I think it's better than the MP7, and I will stand on that because while sure the Vector only has like 25 rounds in it, you need to level it up to get that extended magazine, sure. And you really do need to be hugging somebody for it to do any damage, okay? You can't shoot this thing from medium range and do any damage with it because somebody with a ACR will beam you before you get them to half HP with the Vector. But when you get up to close somebody with the Vector, that's a melt machine right there. It's like a flamethrower versus ice, okay? You just melt people with the Vector up close, and I love it for that reason. The MP7 could never match what the Vector was doing. Now let's diverge a bit and talk about something else about weapons. Not how good it is or how bad it is, but how awful these iron sights are. Because here's the problem with some of these guns' iron sights. Either they're ugly as hell, like the Vector and the ACR, or they take up too much of the damn screen, like the M4 and the LMGs, except the RPK. Some of these iron sights are terrible, and it's so terrible to the point where you have to run a reflex or a hollow sight on it. It is damn near mandatory to run a reflex or a red dot on the ACR. It is mandatory you run a red dot on the Vector because the Vector's iron sights suck. I mean, let's compare and contrast. Actually, just compare. Let's look at Modern Warfare 3's 2011. That ACR's iron sights. You see how good, you see how crisp that is? Now look at XDefiant's iron sights. Absolutely hideous. It needs to burn in the fiery pits of hell. Now let's move on from some of these trash iron sights to the real problem. Actually, it's not even a problem. It's more of an annoyance. It's the proximity mod. Basically, you place it down, it's a free kill. You want to know why it's a free kill? Because you have to react to it so fast. If you don't press that B button or whatever button it is on PC to crouch, you will die to it. You have to react to it so fast. Once it springs up and you haven't pressed that B button, you might as well prepare to go to the fucking respawn screen. And let's get into one more final thing before I move on to the next topic. The sniper rifles. Surprisingly, I don't got a problem with the people sniping. They're fine, okay? I don't think snipers need a nerf. They are gonna nerf snipers, which I really don't understand why they would do that. I mean, they aren't that broken. Sure, they're annoying as hell, but that doesn't really justify a nerf to them. However, I mean, not they're shit. Snipers are at their most annoying when you're playing escort or zone control and then some motherfuckers just sitting back with a sniper rifle just sniping. But that can also work in your favor because these people tend to be hard-headed and stubborn and won't switch to a different weapon when they're losing the match. So you'll just have this idiot standing in the back sniping, not touching the point, not escorting the damn package. So it's like a double-edged sword, basically. On to the next topic of the stuff that I don't like in this game. It's the factions. I'm gonna say this out the gate. One faction is clearly better than the rest, and it's the echelon. Okay, guess what happens, guys? They just run around with MP7s, and then guess what happens? Once that timer for that fucking Intel pulse goes down, they're immediately clicking Intel pulse to get skins. Okay, I don't think you've ever went into a match where everybody or a significant portion of the whole match is just playing echelon. Okay, it's just Intel pulse, Intel pulse, Intel pulse, Intel pulse. I am tired of getting spotted through walls. You know what they need to do? They need to change it. Instead of everybody on the team being able to see the enemies with the Intel pulse, make it so the only person that can see the pings is the person who initiated. I tell you, if they do that, it'll be more fun to go against. But at the current moment in time, I'm trying to get kill streaks. Oh, I'm not kill streaks. I'm trying to get big kill streaks. I mean, like, no. Trying to think of the word. I'm just trying to get multiple kills at once. But then guess what happens? I'm in a spot trying to reload and heal. And then guess what happens? Intel pause. Somebody jumps around the corner. I die. That isn't fun. Okay? Do not get me started on the ultimate because, oh, guess what? Enemy echelon agent has activated sonar goggles. You know what? Yay. Now they get free wall hacks and can see through walls. But guess what? They also get a pistol that's 1 to 2 shot. That's a 1 to 2 shot kill pistol. Are you serious? Do you know how busted that pistol is? Because these motherfuckers just slide around corners and one tap you with a pistol. Or 2 tap you from medium range. You physically can't even move when they have the sonar goggles on. You basically just have to sit in the spot and wait until it's over. You are pretty much defenseless. They know where you are. You can't outsmart them. If they're an idiot, sure, maybe you can turn around on them and get a kill. But if they have at least one brain cell, you are stuck in a spot until the thing expires. And let's get on to the next faction that I have a problem with. It's DedSec. And it's all because of the spider bot. I don't care about the hack. I've tried to use the hack. It doesn't work. So when you use the hack, like a little line emerges that from like where you can hack from, what ability you can hack. So basically you have to be in line of sight of it. But sometimes you can't manage that. If you try to get in line of sight of a thing that you can hack, like they're gonna be the next topic, but the stupid phantoms, their little 120 HP having ass, and their little stupid magnetic shield thing, you can hack it, right? But you have to be in line of sight of it, and you think that'd be easy, right? But no, it takes like 5 seconds to hack it, and by the time you get to like 2 seconds, you're gonna either get sniped or beamed with an ACR. This faction is just Spider Bot, and we're gonna be talking about the Spider Bot because it's the most annoying damn ability in the game. Actually, no, second. The Intel Pulse is the most annoying, but it's up there, right? So basically, with DedSec, if you got the spider bot equipped, you throw down a robotic spider, and it hums on people automatically. You don't need to aim it or nothing. It'll automatically track somebody, and if you get tracked by it, the only way to get rid of it is to shoot it or run away from it. But you can't even run away from it because it's somehow faster than you, even though it's shorter and it doesn't even have longer legs than you. This thing is a free stun grenade, basically. You get stunned for like 5 seconds and it does damage to you. So guess what happens? You get hit with a spider bot, and that's a free kill essentially, or a free assist. But the problem with it is, it takes so long to destroy it. You have to shoot it. You can't melee it off of you. And you know, you can shoot it off of people. Like if you see a teammate getting stuck with a spider bite on his face, you can shoot it off. But most people don't know that. They just let you sit there with the damn bot on your face. Like, shoot this thing off of me. And then it's even worse if you get into a match when there are like 2 or more people using spider bots. So you'll just have three free stun grenades on one team. Basically, if all 3 people send out a spider bot at one time, that's 3 free kills. Or you'll have that situation where you'll get attacked by 3 spider bots and you'll just die because you don't regenerate enough health in time. It's very annoying. I don't want them to completely butcher the spider bot because I use it. All they really need to do is change it so where you can melee it off your face, or it only takes 1 bullet for it to get destroyed. Oh, and on to my second most hated faction. It's the Ghost War. It's the Ghost Recon Phantoms. It's the Phantoms. Oh my god! So the problem with the Phantoms is it's 120 HP. They get an extra 20 HP. And you know what? You know what? You know what pisses me off about that? They get 20 extra HP, right? That means they get to get away with some bullshit. So basically, if you use the M44 sniper rifle and you don't have that heavy barrel attached to it, it's not a 1-shot to them upper chest range. It's a 2-shot. So basically, you can even get the sniper off upper chest. And guess what happens? They just turn around with a double barrel or an MP7 and you just die. Or you can pull out an AA-12, the feather blaster, and they just turn around and kill you. Oh my goodness. And then it's the magnetic shield too. Because if you play escort or zone control, not so much in domination, occupy, or hotshot, you know, the little stupid shield thing is... The little barrier thing is a little bit broken, okay? Because people just spam it and spam it. The only way to counter it is to hack it, but being in line of sight when you will get sniped is stupid, or throw an EMP grenade at it. And let's get on to the little stupid shield they have. I use the shield. It's really good at pushing people, okay? It's good at making people who snipe panic, because guess what happens? You peek the corner with the shield on, they hit you, they're like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They got a shield. Oh my god. I can't snipe them. Oh my god. And then they start having a panic attack because they can't one-shot you and they gotta run away like little bitches. So, if you hate snipers, pull out the riot shield, and you'll have them panic and they'll have a fucking mental breakdown because they can't snipe you. The last 2 factions, I don't have a problem with the last 2 factions, okay? I think the how do you fucking say that shit? Libertad? You know, it's real funny because when I first started playing this game, I read that shit as libtard because I don't know why, but it was funny though. I thought that shit said libtard. Said Libertad, but I don't got a problem with the Libertad, okay? It's just heals, and I think the heals a bit underwhelming, but also I like the all. It's pretty fun. You get free 200 HP constant. Oh my goodness, I'm so mad, I'm stuttering. Although, let's talk about the cleaners. The cleaners, that's my favorite factions. My favorite faction. I like the incendiary bullets because they allow you to not have to shoot as many bullets to kill somebody. I like the incinerator drone, although I was a bit confused on how it worked at first, but then I realized it explodes when you send it out at its maximum distance. So it's really good on zone control and escort. You can get really good kills with it. But I'm going to talk about the firebomb. I hate the firebomb because you know why I hate the firebomb? These people who play the cleaners, guess what happens? You shoot at them one time close range, guess what? They're spamming that LB, but no. Is it RB or LB? I forgot, but they spam that RB or LB button to freaking initialize that stupid ability, and guess what? It's basically a free kill if you get up close to them. Or guess what? They'll jump around the corner on an objective based mode, and guess what? They get a free triple or double kill. I'm tired of it. I like using it. It's funny, but when it's against me, I hate it. And the flamethrower, I don't know. I don't got a problem with the flamethrower. I think the flamethrower is a bit underwhelming, to be fair. I mean, it's got some range. However, it takes too long for the fire to come out of it. Like, you can press it right, and there's like a little delay. So if somebody slides towards you, like, you'll get the puff off after you die, and then maybe they might die to the burn damage, but that's not guaranteed. So another thing I want to discuss when it comes to the abilities and the ultimates and these faction characters is how is it going to work for the new game modes coming. So if you don't know, they're going to add some new game modes in the new season, whatever, right? The main one that I'm focused on when talking about this is Search and Destroy. They're going to add Search and Destroy, right? But it's just going to be ran with people running intel posts. I wouldn't be surprised if the first Search and Destroy lobby I got into, 80% of the people in the match were just running Echelon with the intel pulse. It's just going to be scan each round. I don't know how they're going to balance it around that, because it's going to be very difficult. Some abilities will just run that game mode. Like, that game mode will be defined by Echelon with the intel pulse, okay? Like, if you're not running intel pulse in Search and Destroy when it eventually comes out, you're practically trolling, because you need the intel pulse to get information on people. Okay, forget running the stupid barrier with 120 HP. Forget having a free heal. Forget the incinerator drone. Okay. Forget the spider. Actually, don't forget the spider bot. The spider bot can put in work on Search and Destroy if you think about it. But intel pulse will be the most dominant ability in Search and Destroy, and that's a fact. Now let's get into the final 3 points of this video. I'm just going to combine it into one section. The time to kill, the hit registration, and the weapon XP level up thing. Alright, I'm tired of getting shot through walls, okay? You know how many walls I've been shot through? More times than I have fingers and toes multiplied by 10, okay? That's 100. I've been shot through walls more than 100 times. I could be behind the most reinforced wall in the world. Reinforced with fucking titanium, with brick wall behind it, and I'll still get killed by 9mm bullets. How does that even work? And then whenever I shoot at somebody who goes behind the wall, the bullets don't go through. How come everybody in this game has free wall hacks except me? How come everybody in this game can shoot through walls except me? It's like the devs are handing specific players wall hacks except me. I want wall hacks. I want to shoot through walls. I'm tired of getting shot through walls. Fix it. And let's move on to this time to kill, because it's the most infuriating thing about this game besides spider bots and intel pulses and some of these weapons. Okay, it's inconsistent. Okay, sometimes it takes me a full clip. Actually, let me not say full clip. A full magazine. I have to dump a full magazine to kill somebody. But then somebody turns around and puts like 5 bullets into me and I die. Now I know headshots matter in this game a lot. Okay, if you get into a gunfight with somebody and you both have the same weapon, same attachments, and that person lands one headshot versus you hitting multiple body shots, they're probably going to win that trade, okay? Because headshot multiplier is stupid. They need to reduce the headshot multiplier. I want to win these gunfights. I know. Oh, but it's rewarding to aim high. Well, it doesn't make sense because people mainly just crouch and slide in this game. How am I supposed to hit these people who are crouching and sliding across corners? How am I supposed to hit people in the head when they're just spamming the fucking B button and crouch spamming? I don't get it. They need to reduce the headshot multiplier. I don't know what it's at, but they need this shit. They turn that shit down by half, reduce it by 50%. Finally, the weapon XP. So it takes too long to level up weapons in this game. Okay, like I said early in the video, the next Call of Duty game will be out by the time I get a weapon to level 50. That doesn't make much sense. And you know what they do? They try to remedy this. They hang up a double weapon. My goodness, I'm so mad. They hang up a double weapon XP every week, and they hang it up like bait on a fishing rod. Okay, they just hang it up there, and guess what? When you about to reach it, they just pull it up. It's that one stupid State Farm commercial where he's like, "Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that." Like, if you don't have the weapon, if you don't play during the time the weapon XP happens, you're basically stuck leveling up a weapon slow as hell. Okay. Now, the remedy to this is simple. They make it permanent, but they don't want to do that. Why? Because I don't know why. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult to do it realistically. But what do I know? But some weapons need attachments like crazy. Some weapons just cannot perform well without attachments, okay? And most of the good attachments are high level, like level 30, 40, 50. Actually, no, not 50, but around level 30 and 40 is when you start getting some good attachments for some weapons, okay? The ACR has most of its good attachments high level, like high 20s, 30s, and 40s. If you don't have the attachments, you cannot perform good with those weapons. There's just too many stats that you get, too many positive stats that you get for having the attachments on it, okay? If you get into a gunfight and you don't have the attachments, you will lose that gunfight. It's just, oh my gosh, bro. And besides the double weapon XP, you can also get the little tokens for the weapon XP, the little bonus. You cannot get an infinite amount of those tokens. You will only get a few. I've used up all those tokens already. You can't even buy an infinite amount of them in the little weird Ubisoft Connect shop. Okay, you get if you have the Ubisoft Connect thing, you get free like coins that you can use towards the Ubisoft games, right? And you can buy weapon XP for like, what is it, 60 or 30 tokens, but it's only one time. You earn this currency, okay, you can have a stockpile of it, but you can't do nothing with it because you already bought everything. I don't understand. They need to change it to make it where you earn the coins, you can buy an infinite amount of XP tokens. I don't get why they don't do that, but they should do that. It's a waste of the currency. And it's even more of a waste if you don't play any other Ubisoft games. I'm pretty sure the tokens like carry over. You can use those tokens from, you earn the tokens in that game. You can use it in like For Honor or Siege, or I don't remember. I think, are the coins like separated per game, or like they universal? You can use the coins in any Ubisoft game to buy whatever. I forgot. It's been a minute, but yeah, they should change it to where you can buy an infinite amount of those coins. I mean, those XP tokens. And I think that about wraps up everything I wanted to rant about. Actually, no, it's not. Because one final point. This is gonna be small, but like some of these maps suck. I mean, in that first match when I was using the AA-12, that one map that's like a movie set with the Outback, what is it, cowboy stuff? I don't remember, but that map sucks. Okay, there's too many points to get shot at. You will get shot back, and you will get shot in the back constantly. The only good maps in this game are Arena, Actually, no, I'm not gonna hate because some of the maps are cool. It's just that one map I don't like. I hate it. It's just that one map, and I think that's it. All right, thank you. If you watched the video and enjoyed it, I love you. All right, bye.